So, wow, some breakthrough news just came through from Fiverr.com, which is a freelancing site which you're probably aware of. If you're watching this video, you probably know something about Fiverr and freelancing, and that's what we're going to talk about, making money online and how this relates exactly. So, we just found out that freelancers surpassing $1 million in lifetime Fiverr earnings will be honored with a personalized gold award, while freelancers earning over 5 million in revenue will receive a personalized platinum award. So what this tells us is that fiverr.com is so big, so popular, and there are people that are freelancers making over $1 million, and in some cases making over $5 million as freelancers. So if you're thinking that I can only make maybe $5 or $10 or $50 in a month, let's say, be it known now that making over $1 million is entirely possible, and that is a very, very big deal. Now, I'm going to sort of skip ahead, then come back to the Fiverr specific data. Before I do that, let's talk about what freelancers in general earn. They earn over $48,000. So if we were to take a survey of all freelancers, especially the make money online type of freelancers, we're talking about over $48,000 per year, which is pretty impressive and actually higher than what I thought it was. Now, according to Glassdoor, which is a job website, job search engine, they keep track of how much money people are actually making in a variety of jobs. According to Glassdoor, Fiverr freelancers are pulling in between $58,000 and $98,000. So way over $50,000, upwards of nearly $100,000. So we're looking at $40,000 to $100,000 according to a couple different sources there, which is pretty incredible. Another thing that I want you to know about Fiverr.com, if you care about making money online as a freelancer, is that there are 4 million active buyers that are on Fiverr.com. So 4 million active buyers. That is not 4 million users, 4 million potential customers. Now, these are people that are hiring freelancers left, right, and center. Another thing that really just absolutely shocked me is that $1.13 billion has been spent by these customers. $1.13 billion spent in 1 year, which is really, really incredible when you think about those active buyers and what they're spending. I did some fast math for you, and I also verified this. That means that the average Fiverr buyer, the average Fiverr customer, they're spending $284 on average. So if you think about what services that you could be providing, it could be pretty substantial in terms of the amount of money that you could be getting from Fiverr.com as a freelancer. That might mean that you're selling services for $10, $20, $50, or $100. Or there's another path to the magic, and that is that 67% of all Fiverr buyers are repeat buyers. This is incredible. Think about that. 2 out of every 3 buyers are repeat buyers, and very often, as you know, very likely that you know, repeat buyers tend to buy from the same people over and over again, not just use the same platform over and over. So if you make an impression and do a fantastic job with these people who are hiring, it's very likely that you could get hired again as a freelancer. And in effect, that is the same as having a continuity or having passive income coming in over time, except of course you're providing a service. But that repeat business over and over, just think about what that means in the real world, and then what that means for you. There are so many businesses where the repeat customers are lining your pockets, getting you rich, helping you build wealth, grow your business in a variety of ways. People coming back over and over again. That's a big deal. Now, there's even more to share here about Fiverr.com. According to research conducted by Harvard Business Review, freelancers account for nearly 20% of an organization's workload and output, and will account for half of the workforce by 2027. So this is kind of taking a step back a little bit from Fiverr.com, which is pretty incredible. And it tells us that freelancers will be in a growth path. Those that are already freelancers or those that decide to take the freelance route. Now that can mean gigs, little tiny projects. It can mean, being a 10-hour per week, 10-hour per month type of employee. It can be very, very limited time. And freelancers can make a ton of money by sort of bolting into existing businesses. This is a really great thing for you. It's really awesome. Very excited about it. And to continue with some of the information coming from Fiverr about the freelance market, as the freelance movement continues to grow, we, that is Fiverr, are humbled to be working in partnership with skilled freelancers. And what I would say is that the skill that you can use might be a technical skill. It might be just using AI, for example, or using some of your education or some of your work experience. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a coder or developer, for example, that you need to be a lawyer or doctor. It can be something else, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So again, continuing with what Fiverr has to say, they're also looking for new avenues of equitable growth. So they're looking out for you because as Fiverr grows, you grow. As you grow, Fiverr grows, assuming you're using that platform. Now, there are other opportunities, and Fiverr talks about this. They say, look, there are growth opportunities all throughout the world, all across the world. So it doesn't really matter what country that you're in. And I would also say that if you happen to be, let's say, in the US, as a great example, you can provide services to people in the UK, Australia, South Africa, could be Brazil, it could be Denmark, it could be anywhere. So it doesn't matter where you're located. You can provide services that are valuable around the world. And I encourage you to consider that and think about it. And in fact, this again comes from Fiverr. We're talking about 35 countries around the world. Now, the reason that matters, 35 countries around the world, that's not the total number of countries where you can use Fiverr. What that 35 countries is all about is that there are at least 35 people who have made over $1 million or over $5 million in those countries. So that's part of this press release. That's just an absolute breakthrough because hailing from 35 countries around the world, Fiverr's 2024 Breakthrough Achievement recipients, ... We're talking about career business opportunities that include all kinds of activities, including top industries include graphics and design. Okay, fine. Which you can use AI for, by the way. I'm sure you're thinking that already. And also digital marketing and writing and translation. These are all things that software and tools are available to you right now if you know how to use them, if you have the right training, the right mentors. You'll be able to tap into some of the top industries without much effort because you've got the technology available to produce high quality, high value material for these buyers, for these customers on Fiverr. And I would include, here's an example. Let's just skip down here. Some of the first recipients receiving these awards, that's including Lauren Meckel. Okay, I think I have that right. A South African-based copywriter and script writer who left the corporate world to be her own boss to work with Fiverr. And I want you to think about that for a moment as we wrap up here. And the reason that matters so much and so critical for you is that you're talking about content, words, sentences. You're talking about simple graphics in many cases, but copywriting is not very difficult at this point in time, especially at the low and medium levels, utilizing the power of AI. Also, using proven templates, you can use AI, you can use a variety of other tools as well that we're very familiar with that we'd love to share with you and help you out with the basic training to get you up to speed to make that $50, $100, maybe $500 your very first time as a freelancer. And if you didn't know, my name is John S. Rhodes. I'm one of the Rhodes brothers, and we help people make money online. That's literally what we've been on a mission to do for over 15 years. It's very exciting. And in the description below, you'll find out more information about how you can get some of our very best training for the very best price. Again, this is John S. Rhodes. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe. And by all means, be looking out for even more teaching and training from the Rhodes brothers. Really appreciate you. And that being said, take care, and we'll see you in the next training.